Hello, my loves. It's your girl, Roxy ROX, and tonight we're going deep. We're talking about something really close to my heart, health, specifically for us musicians. You know, the life we live, the late nights, the constant travel, the pressure to perform. It takes a toll. We push ourselves to the limit for our art, and sometimes we forget to take care of the most important instrument, our bodies. We're all about hitting those high notes and pouring our hearts out on stage. But what happens when our bodies start to protest? What happens when the music stops and the silence is deafening because our ears are ringing? What happens when we lose our voice, not from belting out a power ballad, but from neglecting its care? This isn't about fear-mongering, it's about love. It's about loving ourselves enough to prioritize our health so we can keep the music alive for as long as possible. We're in this together, and I promise taking care of ourselves doesn't have to be boring. So, let's dive in, shall we? Let's talk about something that's often whispered about, but rarely addressed head-on: tinnitus. Imagine a constant ringing, buzzing, or hissing in your ears, even when there's no external sound. That's tinnitus, my friends, and it's more common among musicians than you might think. Why? Because we're constantly exposed to loud music, whether we're performing in packed clubs, rehearsing in studios, or even just listening to our favorite tracks on repeat. Over time, those decibels take their toll, damaging the delicate hair cells in our inner ears that are responsible for transmitting sound to the brain. Think of it like this. Every loud noise is like a mini explosion going off in your ears. Your ears are tough, but they're not invincible. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Roxy, you're freaking me out. But listen, my loves, knowledge is power. The more we know about the risks, the better equipped we are to protect ourselves. And trust me, protecting your ears is the single most important thing you can do to ensure a long and healthy musical career. We'll talk more about practical steps you can take to safeguard your hearing a little later. But for now, just remember that ringing in your ears, it's not a badge of honor, it's a warning sign. Let's listen to our bodies, yeah? All right, let's talk about something a little less scary, but equally important. Hydration. I know. Water isn't exactly the most rock and roll beverage, but trust me on this one. When we're performing, especially under hot stage lights, we sweat a lot. And when we sweat, we lose fluids, which can lead to dehydration. Now, you might be thinking, dehydration? That's just feeling thirsty, right? Wrong! Dehydration can mess with your entire system, my loves. We're talking headaches, dizziness, fatigue, dry mouth, the works. Not exactly the recipe for a killer performance, is it? And it's not just about feeling good on stage. Dehydration can actually affect your vocal cords, making it harder to hit those high notes and hold those long notes. So, what's a rock star to do? Simple. Drink water. Lots of it. Carry a reusable water bottle with you everywhere you go and make it your new best friend. Sip on it throughout the day, especially during rehearsals and performances. Trust me, your body will thank you for it. And hey, if plain water feels a little too, well, plain, jazz it up with some lemon, cucumber, or berries. The point is, stay hydrated, my loves. Your body is your instrument, and just like any good instrument, it needs to be properly maintained. Okay, let's get down to business. Vocal care. As singers, our voices are our instruments, our moneymakers, our everything. So, it's crucial that we treat them with the respect they deserve. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a vocal coach overnight, but there are some simple things we can all do to keep our voices healthy and strong. First and foremost, warm up, warm up, warm up. Just like you wouldn't run a marathon without stretching first, don't even think about belting out a tune without warming up those vocal cords. Think of it as giving your voice a gentle wake-up call, preparing it for the hard work ahead. There are tons of great vocal warm-up exercises out there. Find a few that work for you and make them a non-negotiable part of your routine. Next up, hydration. We've already talked about the importance of staying hydrated, but it's worth repeating here. Water is like magic potion for your vocal cords, keeping them lubricated and happy. And finally, let's talk about vocal rest. I know, silence can be scary for us musicians, but sometimes our voices need a break. If you're feeling hoarse, strained, or just plain tired, give your voice a rest. Avoid whispering, which can actually strain your vocal cords more than speaking normally. All right, my loves, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart: sleep. I know, late nights and early mornings come with the territory of being a musician. But trust me, prioritizing sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Think of sleep as a nightly reset button for your body and mind. When we sleep, our bodies and minds can finally rest, repair, and recharge. We wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to take on the day, or night, as the case may be. But when we're constantly sleep deprived, everything suffers. Our energy levels plummet, our concentration wanes, our creativity takes a nosedive, and we're more susceptible to illness. And let's not even get started on the dreaded dark circles and puffy eyes. So, how much sleep is enough? Well, everyone's different, but most adults need around 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. And no, sleeping in on the weekends doesn't make up for consistent sleep deprivation. That's it for tonight, my loves. We've covered a lot of ground, but the most important thing to remember is this: your health is your wealth. As musicians, our bodies and minds are our instruments, and just like any good instrument, they need to be cared for and maintained. Taking care of your physical and mental health isn't just about extending your career, it's about living a longer, happier, and more fulfilling life, both on and off the stage. So, make healthy choices, my loves. Eat well, stay hydrated, get enough sleep, protect your ears, and don't be afraid to seek professional help when you need it. Remember, you are not alone. We're all in this together. And together we can keep the music playing for a lifetime. Stay tuned, stay healthy, and keep rocking.